Hello there, and you are there, and I'm here. This is Killin Time. Today I want to look at one particular point brought up on a couple of appearances and podcasts regarding Luke Mitchell. Look at a little bit more detail, have a look at the area. So to those who aren't from the area itself, I'll give you an idea what the area looks like in terms of the journeys that people would have taken, etc, etc. So a little look at that today. For me, it's something that it's not what Mr. Forbes tells you in his appearances, what he doesn't tell you. Same, I'll show you a couple of clips. I think it's probably the best way, so we can show you in their own words. You've probably noticed that we've done that with the shorts, the Make It Make Sense shorts. Just been looking at all different appearances and seeing where things don't really add up, and we'll probably keep on going with that. I've got a lot more examples, and maybe do a long one as well, kind of put them all together so you can just watch it back to back and really confuse yourself. But for today we're going to cover one particular point, so let's get on with the subject matter in hand. The best way to do it, I think, is to just show you Scott Forbes' words on the podcast Premeditated Path with 5-0 and the claims that he made on that. So let's cut to that.
Luke would have had to have come down Newbattle Road, right, and come in here. And if you look at the houses, Luke stays over there where the white flag, where the Scotland flag is and the white bands. But if you look at all the houses, they're all glass fronted, big windows. So they're asking me to believe that a boy travelled from where Jody is. He's had to at some stage cross this road, and he must come in this scheme. And as he comes in the scheme, covered in blood, he then has to get to the house over here without anybody seen him. Now Luke Mitchell was never seen going into the scheme. The only sight of Luke Mitchell was seen sitting on this wall. Approximately, I say approximately because people argue with the times, approximately 6 o'clock.
So, pretty straightforward claim. Luke would have to enter the main entrance to Newbattle Abbey Crescent to get to his house. There's no way he could have made it from that entrance to his house without being spotted by the houses on the left hand side of the screen there that you could see behind Mr. Forbes and 5-0. So, the claim, as I say, that he was not seen going to the house, ergo he couldn't have committed the crime because he wasn't seen running away from the scene. Want to look at the area itself so we can all understand what we're looking at. Obviously, I'll go on to show that the podcasts are very limited in what they show you or what they don't show you. Spoilers. So let's have a look at the general area from above, an aerial view just now. Kind of get our bearings, and we'll go from there. If we look at the area from above, firstly we can see what I've done is marked here, Easthouses and Newbattle, and the quickest route on Google Maps if you were in a car. You can see here the road that goes down and along either way. Quite a simple route, but obviously what we're looking at is the path itself. So to zoom in a little bit here, and you can see that obviously the path along the bottom of the screen there, from right to left, that's what is known as Roans Dyke Path, where Judy's body was found round about, just say for argument's sake just now, about halfway along. We'll show that a bit later on, but for now just say that. So it was on this path at the bottom of the screen, as you can see here. So for that, as I say, an aerial view there, just to give you a rough idea what that looks like from above. And let's have a little look. We'll go down to street level, but we'll start from the Easthouses end and work our way along so we can get a really good idea of what we're looking at in the area as a whole. So let's start on Easthouses Road, the road where Jodie was last seen on the day she was murdered. So this is the field here where Mr. Forbes and Mr. Pata, 50, sorry, I don't know his name, sorry, apologies. They kind of stood and spoke about, the search party. You've probably seen it on our shorts. So, this is Easthouses Road. Jodie was seen walking down, obviously, the one pavement here as well. So, down this side here. Houses and garages here. As you can see, when we get across there. Oh, blurred out a little. Don't know why that done that. This is Roans Dyke Path. So, and down from there, and Roans Dyke Path. Now, during the witness testimony, Andrina Bryson would say that she saw Luke and Jodie, or someone fit in the description, sorry, at the top of the path here. Actually, can I get back? That's taking me the wrong way. Apologies. Turn round. You can have a little look at the path itself. You can see there's quite a difference there between it being at the top of the path and on the path. You've seen very little if you're on the path. At the top, different story altogether. This goes on to what we could describe as a kind of hedged country road, I suppose, along here. There we go. So yes, if we go back along here and have another look again at the top of the path, this is the entrance to Roans Dyke itself. So if we go back to our aerial view, see the road we came down from here. We started up here, let's say down there, into this kind of area here, which leads down behind these houses and trees, down to this kind of path you can see clear in there through the trees, and onto the path that we showed you there. There you go, Roans Dyke Path there. So you can probably notice as well, this path does go up and along, actually goes along past a golf course here, Newbattle golf course. Zoom out a wee bit more so you can get a good view, and up to Newbattle Abbey College, where you probably remember Luke spent his night with David Tulloch and David High, and I believe someone else as well, but I will come back to this kitty bit here, so bear that in mind. We've got another path that runs up and comes out, as I say, at Newbattle Abbey College. So, however, the path that we're talking about here, this Roans Dyke Path, runs along here, right the way along to Newbattle Road here, which we'll have a look at as well. But what I want to show you again, just to kind of emphasise what you would see from this kind of area, is we'll show you the other side of this path very quickly before we move on from here. So just a quick view of the road from Roans Dyke Path itself. This is roughly where Mr. Forbes and 50 stood during the video that they made. And as you can see, you can't really see anything if someone was standing on the path. Again, that's the kind of importance of the fact that Jodie and Luke were spotted, or someone spotting, matching the description, sorry, I keep saying that, was spotted at the top of the path. Because if they were on the path, then there's definitely no way that anybody would be seeing them, or very little way, unless you were coming from, where we're looking just now. Even then it'd be very restricted because of the way it kind of dips down, I think. But that's a view from, as I say, the road from Roans Dyke, or the entrance to Roans Dyke Path itself from Easthouses Road. Now to go back to the aerial view of Roans Dyke Path itself, apologies, just click back there. Yeah, as I say, to go back to the aerial view just now, you can see we run from Easthouses along to Newbattle Road. What I want to do is, starting from, let's go right in here to Newbattle Road, see here some kind of, looks like power grid, electrics grid here, we'll just kind of come in this way. So we can see that from that side, that's where we were there, that little area. And if we just go up a little here, we will come to the Newbattle Road entrance of Roans Dyke Path. Again, you can see this in the premeditated patter video with Scott Forbes. They stand in this area and talk about a couple of things. I will actually cover one of them in this, but anyway, let's, as I say, this is Newbattle Road. This is the road that Luke would have walked up of if he came out Roans Dyke Path here. Again, spoilers. But let's have a look at one thing I would say as well that I'd like to kind of bear in mind whilst we walk up this road, is that Luke was seen by witnesses in a driveway, and as you can see, there's not this sort of rural country road, we could call it that. There isn't anything in the way of houses or whatnot up here. It's all, you know, wooded area, as you can see, just, you know, just trees, fields and fences, little hills. Not anything up here. It's quite a long road as well. Obviously, I mean, that's quite telling. You would think, you know, someone would see, would be a witness that say I saw him walking along the road rather than just in a driveway. But as you can see, there's no driveways as such. There is a building, however, coming up on our right hand side. There you go, can you see them? There we go. There we go. A couple of buildings here now. Obviously I don't know if that's the driveway in question. It looks a bit different now, but this is Google Maps. This is in 2003. So got a couple of buildings there across from this opening as well, as you can see. Yeah. So this is the road that, of course, Luke would have had to walk up if he was coming from that Roans Dyke Path entrance. And we'll get up to here. This is basically 2 higher, and I'll stop here. I don't want to ruin everything. This is the bridge that Luke would have also had to walk across to get to the entrance for Newbattle Abbey Crescent. But I'll stop it there and cut back to the aerial view just now. What I want to do is, of course, well, in fact, actually, before I go any further, let's go up to the entrance to Newbattle Abbey Crescent itself. This is where Scott Forbes and 5-0 stood, talking about the sightings of Luke on the wall here. They stood, obviously, and said that, you know, Mr. Forbes said that Luke would have to walk along the road to get to his house, so he would have to walk along this road here, claims Mr. Forbes, past these houses, up until here. So this is the road that Luke stayed on. This part of Newbattle Abbey Crescent here. So you'd have to go from the entrance there to here. And as you can see, obviously, quite a lot of houses there. You've got what? These ones here, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's probably 7 or 8 houses just say randomly. There or thereabouts. Maybe a wee bit less. Maybe a wee bit more. But there or thereabouts. So, again, I would say whilst we're here, remember Mr. Forbes, not Mr. Forbes, not Mr. Forbes at all, the witnesses said that he was in a driveway. Now, obviously, if we look across here, there's a potential here, there's a little house down here. We'll go down here and have a look at this, don't worry. Nothing in the sense up here, with the exception of Newbattle Abbey College. Yeah, that's the entrance to Newbattle Abbey College, and as we know, the path goes up this way and comes out round about Newbattle Abbey College as well. There is the potential to come out of here, but again, we'll go back to that. Yeah, so aerial view again. What we want to try and do, or what I want to try and do, sorry, is get Luke Mitchell from about here to here with either not being seen or reducing the likelihood of being seen, and also not using this entrance to Newbattle Abbey Crescent. So to get Luke Mitchell from here to there without using that entrance. So,
do you think that's possible?
Only one way to find out.
back on the aerial view, and just highlighting the, see, we're basically tool hire where we stopped there, going up to the bridge. Again, going back, this is the quickest one I want to do just now, get the easy one out the way, so to speak. We're looking around about here. Now, we know this path comes out at Newbattle Abbey College. It is a simple run across a field, even if you wanted to stay within the tree line, so you're well hidden, but basically right across the field, and you're coming out at Newbattle Abbey College. Now, if we were to take just go into the actual street view here of Newbattle Abbey College, there we go, that's the entrance that comes out. Now, directly across from that entrance, you'll see there, the path. Now, this path, if we can just get down here a bit, runs right along this tree line, as you can see. Quite easy to stay hidden in here, really. Quite easy to be hidden from all these houses over here with all this, all these trees and whatnot, especially if you're in a green parka jacket. But the path itself, if we take an aerial view here, zoom in a little, this is where the path is, and you can see, as I say, in behind the trees, the back of gardens, so we're talking fences that are round about, could be about 6 foot higher, so they're a lot taller than your average 14-year-old boy. And as I say, quite easy, I think, to remain hidden from these houses with this setup. So, you've got the potential to be seen by 1, 2, maybe 3 houses before you get into Luke Mitchell Street. So, as I say, that's the kind of easy explanation or way in, that if you want to find one. But there is 2. Let's have a look at the other one. Looking at from where Scott Forbes actually done his conversation with 5-0, we can see here that this is the entrance. We can see the entrance to the path that we just spoke about over there. Now, before we have a look at the house, which I believe the driveway, personally I believe the driveway where Luke Mitchell was spotted, I want to show you one more thing, and it's quite a big thing. But before I do that, I want to play a clip of Sandra Lean, and then we'll carry on from there.
There is no other route back to Luke's house that you can get there without walking up the main road, because there's only one point of entry to the house, and that's the front door.
So going back to Newbattle Abbey Crescent itself, this is just by the entrance, the wall here, where Mr. Forbes and 5-0 stood, and the houses that Luke would have had to walk past. Obviously, we've had a look at the path that's across here. Zoom in a little there. See the way it runs along there. and along the back of the houses there as well, the fences and whatnot, up until Luke Street, just around the corner here. So if we were to come back out this way and turn back this way, now this is the bridge here that you can see, that we were across by basically tool hire. We'll go back down there and you can see it for career reference. But just a short distance away from the actual entrance to Newbattle Abbey Crescent itself, we'll come down here. You can see it yourself already. Turn to the side here. We've got this dirt track leading up behind all the houses that Luke would have had to walk past the front of, according to Mr. Forbes. This is here just a short distance away from the actual entrance itself, and if we go a little bit further here, we can see this is just, yeah, get over there. So if we take an aerial view of that, that's where we are here. See where we are? And this would then run along the back. I'll zoom out here. Zoom out so it's a little bit. You can see the houses themselves. A rough idea of what we're looking at. Down here. All the way down past the back of these houses. And to more trees. Now, these aren't houses. Here. This is garages. You zoom in here. You can see small gaps here. Comes from the tree area across the back of the garages. Zoom back out. And across here, which would be, go back to the aerial view. So we've come across this way and we're now here. Again, the back of houses, these big long fences, and we would need to get, if we were looking, we'd need to get past these trees, and essentially to where we are here. Now, again, there's no way to get to that house without not being on a road as such, but there's certainly ways to get there without being seen or reducing the risk of being seen, especially this path itself, the one that's leading the back of the houses there that we can see. That's quite telling, because obviously to say that he has to enter here when we can find the path, obviously, that's up here, and a further path, as we say, here. But to go a little bit further as well, and to kind of, as I was saying, the driveway that Luke was spotted in, that my suspicion is it's this area here. And what leads me to believe that is if we come back down here. Now again, this is the bridge that, you know, Luke would have had to cross. We've been on the other side there, basically tool hire there. We will go there, but give me a second. I'm going to go that way. So, turning right here again, as you can see, tree area, driveway. Let's take a little trip down the driveway here. Oh, get this right. Driveway here, tree area and whatnot, kind of gated area here, and turn round this way. And oh, looking up now, it's a little bit of a tense. What's this? It's a bridge. It's a bridge. So if we cross this bridge, I think you can tell where I'm going here. That is the bridge that, you know, he would cross if he was on the main road. And where do you think we are right now? That's correct. This is inside basically tool hire. There we go. So where we stopped before, just outside here, and we're back in basically tool hire. And what do we have here? Wooded areas. So we can come down through the woods through the car park of basically tool hire, which again, chances of somebody seeing you. Oh, there we go. Across a bridge. Quite a simple bridge, isn't it? No one's really going to be spotting you. This is where someone might have a chance to see them. This is just me theorising here. Out into the main road. Now, of course, short. Oh, sorry, wait me 2 seconds. Out in the main road. Oh, you see this? And within a short distance, we've got a couple of options in terms of where we can be, and there you go. So in theory, really, we don't even have to come out this way. We could, in theory, stay behind trees in this area here, get up to this bit here, pop over what, let's face it, is a pretty small wall, and then into a little dirt track that leads along the back of the houses. Now again, as I say, and I will reiterate, obviously there's no way to get to the front door without having to go past houses, but there is a way to restrict the chances of being seen, and there definitely is more than one way into Newbattle Abbey Crescent. Definitely more than one way. As I say, so from here to basically tool hire, through that little bridge and into that walkway, along the back of the houses, along the back of those houses, and to the front of that one, or into Newbattle Abbey College, out the main entrance, into the path that we saw just up here, along the back of those houses, and then to Luke's house itself. Again, you can't restrict the chance of being. You can restrict the chance of being seen, but at the end of the day, there's not a clear path. It's not like you could, unless you, of course, as we used to say when I was young, guardy kips and jump fences. But that's probably a wee bit more suspicious if you were to do that, to be honest. You'd notice someone jumping the back of your fence, I'm sure. So there we go, that's the area itself, but more importantly, it's what isn't told to yourself by Scott Forbes or Sandra Lean. They would claim that this is the only entrance or way in for Luke, therefore, because he hadn't been seen by these people in these houses, then, that was somewhat of a defence in that respect, a defence aspect. For me, no, because I can get them there 2 different ways, and it's straight. The one thing I do want to talk about actually is during the podcast with 5-0, the video with 5-0, when Scott Forbes was round about here, he did state that there was a positive sighting of the moped up against the wall. Now, when you look at this area, this is a genuine question, when you look at this area here, you see how secluded this path is. Very hard to see up or down. In fact, I'll probably just put a little still of this in the video itself. When Scott Forbes is walking up and down the path, you can see how overgrown it is. So, it's very hard to see from, say, this end of the path along. It's a 10-minute walk. So to see something there, a 10-minute walk away, you can imagine that's bad enough as it is, but then when there's trees and bushes and everything else in the way, then it's going to be near impossible to see something that's that far distance when you consider the amount of time it's going to take to walk. And when we look at here, we've got a couple of fields and a road. But yeah, I mean, in fact, let's just do this. Let's just do this instead of putting stills in. This is the road here, which is directly across from Roans Dyke. So, someone seen it from this road, I think is highly, highly improbable. The path, I mean, you would have to be on the path. You would have to be walking the area. You would have to be passing. You would have to walk past it on the path. You can see from this area as well. It's not like you could be at the end of this path, walking past and look up. Look at the path itself does curve. So even the geography of the path itself doesn't lean towards, just an easy sighting. And this as well, because I did actually think maybe it was this area here, but you can see yourself that's like a kind of just yes, for utilities. It's nothing really there in itself. I question the validity of this witness, because I don't get it. Someone that told me that they thought it was from basically tool hire, that someone had seen it, which is absolutely impossible, and I have to dismiss that straight out the bat. That can't be possible, because they would be seen through these trees, and they would also be seen through these trees, also the area where Jodie was found, and the wall to see a moped. So that can't be right. That can't be right at all. No, I can't. No, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know where this witness comes from, and I can't see where they'd be placed. Anyway, yeah, so that's that for now. Let's just do a quick wrap up and we'll finish that there. No comment corner today, guys. I would rather just keep this simple and to the point in terms of what we've been looking at. How have you found it? Would you like to do a little bit more of a walkthrough of the area? Any questions about the kind of layout, or did you notice anything when I was going through there that I'd missed? You never know. A new set of eyes can always help. If you guys are from the area and you know of any other little kind of foibles or nooks and crannies, then please let me know as well. I can have a little look at those. But again, how'd you find it, guys? Just let me know in the comments below. I'll do admin just now because I want to leave you with a question. So, you know yourself probably by now, our videos repeat it enough. We're on Facebook and we're on Twitter at What They Found. Leave us a sarcastic thumbs up on any videos, and obviously leave a little comment. We normally will do comment corner, but as I say, want to leave it to this today. Yes, don't be a Derek in the comments as well. We have our moments, but don't be a Derek. So, the question I want to leave you with. In all this, did I show you that you don't have to use Newbattle Abbey Crescent to get to Luke's house? That's the first question. Did I make the likelihood of him being seen less likely by the routes that I took? Would be another one. But the most important one, and really the one I want to leave you with, that I think's missed in all of this. I can find all the routes here. We can have a look at Google Maps, but we need to really break down the bare bones of what the claim is. The claim is that no one saw Luke enter Newbattle Abbey Crescent to go to his house during the time that Jodie was murdered. But I pose the question, if that's the case, why is no one then replying with, yeah, but no one saw him leave to go meet her at 6 o'clock either? So really, how reliable is any eyewitness along that road? And how many people do they pay attention to walking up and down that road every day? Thanks for your time. Again, thanks for any sarcastic thumbs up. Leave your comments and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.